Evening, Mr. Gill. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm in the dark.
I came here tonight to tell you the first time I met Bruce was in 1967, just below Alabama in the panhandle of Florida. This young fella gets up out his car and give me his right hand and say, "How do you do, son?" Right off, I know he ain't from around here. His car looked like a loaf of bread. The front end looked the same as the back end. Got curtains inside, looked like zebras. And he white. He can't possibly know where he is. Then Bruce offered me some of his lunch. The man wanna share with me some of his lunch. Let me explain. I was 83 years old. My mom and my daddy was born into slavery. Now, just 3 years earlier, the President Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act. But it don't mean nothing around here, because Governor George Wallace run everything. And Sheriff Doc Daphne of Panama City Beach, he still got the Jim Crow signs up. So there's the law, and then there's the enforcers of the law. They're different. So I gets a little skittish talking with folk I ain't familiar with, especially a straight white man. Because the only time we are truly ourselves is inside the walls of our church and on Saturday night at the Jubilee. So I'm going to tell you straight up what took several months to tell Bruce in story form and in the blues I played. Here it is. There ain't nothing scarier than a black man. You hear me? There ain't nothing scarier than a black man who's been liberated by dark-eyed Jesus. Ain't no blue-eyed Jesus come alongside a black man about to be lynched. Now, Jesus told stories because he didn't want people to understand all at once. So, after a couple of months of me singing and telling stories, one day Bruce looked at me with his blue eyes, big as supper plates, and he said to me, "You mean Jesus got dark eyes and woolly hair?" He began to laugh, and he said to me, "No book ever showed him a picture like that. Even in the movies, Jesus looked white." Then he asked me for a hug. I ain't never been touched by a white man. I ain't never seen a good thing come from white hands. Bruce was the first man to shake my hand. Well, then he offered me up a store-bought cigarette, and that loosed my lips. And we kept talking, and then I showed him how to roll his own. We shared tobacco together, talked away, and each week for about a year he come. How am I doing time-wise? I'm doing okay with y'all? All right, I just got a little bit I want to say. Thank you. Now, he said he must go to Vietnam, and would I pray for him? He said the folk in Vietnam just want to get foreigners out of their country. I said I would. I felt something in my gizzard about strangers coming into your place and telling you what's good for you. I surely do hope he made it home okay. Before he left, I asked him, "How come you come and talk to me? Nobody come visit me like that." He said he learned a lot from me and asked me how I got to be so wise. So I told him another story. some things you say without saying it. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, Mr. Gill, for letting me come out here tonight.
No problem.
I really appreciate being here. Thank you so much.